What's happening, guys? Welcome to Morphing Around Podcast, episode 5. I think it's episode 5. Pretty sure it is. I got the usual crew with me. Hang on, I gotta go into my chats real quick and turn people blue if need be. Give me a second. Alrighty. We're good to go. Let's see what we got going on real quick. We got Semper Fi. What up? We got Arvin. How you doing, Arvin? We got Ro. What's happening, Ro? We got Will's Hella Heat. We got the Morph ID champion. What's up, man? And I got Will with me. What's up, Will?
What's up?
How you doing today?
I'm good, I guess.
You guess? Why you guess?
What we were discussing backstage about the guy running the trailer into the
True that. I just woke up. I've been tired, man. Freaking. We actually got Carr with us today. What's up, Carr?
He was just fooling everybody, saying he wouldn't be here.
He was tricking us. I got the monster today, or the rain. So we got some energy. Carr got some energy.
Got the Red Bull.
We got the Red Bull. We're gonna do the podcast.
Turn it up, 7-Up.
All right. What's up, Gandy? Before I bring out my guest, you know how we do. We have our good old highlight video of our guests. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We got the love, we got the fire.
You rolled in, smoking out my summer night. Got my mind spinning like some Chevy tires. Tiny waist, lips were laced with cherry wine. I bet you.
Pastel, he's a 1,715 grams. He's a 2010. He is a aggressive breeder. Product of an albino male and a het albino female, and we'll weigh him.
Crazy hippie red hot baby burned up last call, throwing around your fireball.
What's happening, man? How you doing?
You guys went way back on that.
Brian went way back on that one. I did not make that real. Brian did. Yeah, he went way back. I know you don't even work with that stuff anymore, Harley.
No, I'd forgotten those things even existed. Be careful what you put on the internet, right?
Yeah. I guess so. I mean, me and Carl went way back to some of my first ones, man, and we were like,
oh, God.
Wow. Like, we were like, wow. Like, that's really bad or really old. Like, that's crazy. So real quick, man, I'm going to give you the spotlight for a little bit. You want to tell us a little bit about you, what you work with. I do have one of your snakes with me, actually, that I did get from you. So I'm a little bit familiar with what you work with and stuff. You got some heat. So don't let that video fool you guys. It's probably like in those earlier days when we were all there. So, all right, man, stage is yours.
That was way back in, golly, 2011 or 12 or something like that. My daughter makes in 2010. And you guys saw the homemade racks in my dining room. There is where that actually was. And we attempted the YouTube thing very, very briefly. But about 2015 or so, I started getting a little more serious about it. Picked up a DG Posset Clown Girl. And that's kind of what got the ball rolling for me as far as where we're at today with all our DG Clown stuff. So it's come a long, long ways. We don't have the wooden racks anymore and things like that. So, but yeah, mainly we're focused on DG Clown stuff. DG Clowns, het stripe and hypo and all kinds of stuff.
So we are talking my language. And that's why I had to bring him on the show. I did actually pick up a Cypress Lesser Yellow Belly Clown double het hypo DG from him. Wow. He has it came from Tom. So he actually has a lot of Cypress stuff in his DG stuff. Don't you?
I do. Yeah. waiting. I've got a Cypress yellow belly clown that's Het Desert Ghost that I'm waiting to come online for me. Hopefully this fall. So that'll be my first shot at double visual Cypress DG clowns.
Oh wow,
Ooh, wow, man, that'd
that'd be
freaking
cool to
exciting.
see. Yeah,
That would be cool to see.
Yeah, I've got a spot nose clown Het DG girl, and I made a spot nose yellow belly DG, not a spot nose yellow belly Cypress clown girl. We're going to try to make the DG version of her here in the near future. So,
wow.
That's nice. What's up, Tom? How you doing, man? Tom was just on Wednesday. Did that clutch cutting for us. We got Tom and Tom. Hey, how you know? Huh. Yeah, I picked that boy up because I have a GHI spot nose clown double het hypo DG girl for him.
nice.
I got him from Justin. That's a Canova snake. One of a few. So I was like, I saw him that you had him up there. I was like, that's not hard. That's hard to pass up. I really didn't have the money at the time. I'm like, I do, but I don't. I'm like, we're gonna make it happen though. That's why I straight just messaged him. I'm like, here's the money for it. I paid him straight up.
Cypress clowns are awesome.
My pictures don't do those lesser stuff. That lesser stuff, just
Dude, it does not. And we see if I can pull him out real quick. Here. We'll show you one of Tom's snakes, and I'm sure he'll pull out some here in a second or whatever. So he can show you what he's working with.
Heck yeah. So how long you been breeding? Is it since 2010?
Yes, sir. We got our first snakes. My daughter was in elementary school, my oldest, and we went to a Lone Star reptile show in San Antonio and picked up a few animals. When I was in college, I worked at a nature center, kind of got exposed to snakes.
Oh, okay.
Then laugh at it, and my wife wasn't real supportive of the snake thing, but I snuck a few in, and we got it. You guys know how that goes. It goes from one to now I've got a room full. So
it does.
Yeah, exactly.
It does. All right, so this is one of Tom's snakes, guys. So this is what we're talking about. This is the lesser yellow belly clown. I don't show him off much. I really don't. And this colors just don't. I mean, he's yellow in person. I mean, he's amazing. I was shocked when I Will actually picked him up. I'm like, Will, check it out.
Wow.
We put him out in the sun, out in the sun and stuff, man. And
Let's see that head. Let's see the head on him. Okay. Nice.
I totally forgot that's where that one came from.
that's where he came from. He's getting big. He's nice. He was actually, I'm very pleased with this pick. I was really happy, and I was actually more impressed when I unboxed him and he was in the sun. I was like, holy shit! Like, I love it. I was really pleased with it. So, you want to show off a few snakes that you have, Tom?
do what?
You want to show off some of your snakes that you have with Cypress in them and stuff? I mean, you got some killer stuff.
Ooh.
This is a Cypress spot nose yellow belly clown head hypo.
Wow.
Nice.
They're really, really nice.
That's got some really cool colors on it.
It does. It does. What's up, Bob? What's up, Eric?
What's up, Eric? Bob?
Here's another Cypress clown combo girl.
Wow.
She's I've got her as a fire yellow belly Cypress clown, but honestly, I'm not
sure.
Because I've got her, and then I've got this girl here also.
Oh, geez.
And they came from the Cypress yellow belly clown head hypo to a fire leopard clown, which you wouldn't think would be all that complicated, but I got a bunch of stuff that doesn't look the same. Y'all know how that goes.
Yep. What's up, James? Thanks for tuning in, man.
Growing these guys up. Do like the Cypress stuff for sure.
I see. Yeah, you got where'd you get your original Cypress stuff from? Because it's a nice line of Cypress.
Chandler and at CTH up in Kansas.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And then here's the
Ooh.
Cypress yellow belly clown Het Desert Ghost.
Wow.
Yeah, close for me here.
Love that like burnt look it kind of has.
Yeah.
Like that
I mean,
rust
even on
color.
the camera, you can see that burnt look.
Yeah, that's nice.
That is.
So
Yeah.
I have some DG clown combos with cypress in them. So
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see like the Cypress clowns with DG visuals.
Yeah. Do you have any Cypress with DG in them yet with Clown?
no, I don't yet.
Are you expected to have that this year?
I'm hoping to get it maybe this fall. Yeah, I've got
Okay.
some
Oh, nice.
That'd
ready
be
for
awesome.
thing.
Yeah, that's.
My problem I've got is I'm not very big, and so I have and I'm my best customer. You know, I'm going to keep my stuff,
Yep.
and I've got a bunch of males that you know you got to make some hard decisions as far as what you're going to make. So
Yeah, that you do. I've been in that boat too as well.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to add a little bit here, a little bit there. I'm trying to get a little bit more powerful males because my females are already pretty decent, but you know, I'm lacking on the powerful males.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh,
this is a Dark Knight Hit Desert Ghost male. So
Oh, there we go.
dang, there you go.
he's I hit a pair of these, and so he's getting close.
How many snakes do you have?
I've got
What's up, Elevated?
1040 rack behind me here, and then I've got a CB70 rack over here. It's not all the way full, but I've got probably 50 breeder females.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you're
Yeah, probably a dozen males that I'm going to be, you know, having to make some decisions from, and then a few grow outs. I typically produce about 10 to 15 clutches a year is all. And I'll hit the NARBC Dallas twice a year. So I've got some stuff that I haven't posted on Morph Market just because we got Dallas coming up in a month. I want to be able to take some stuff there, you know. So
I think that we were Car, you were gonna try to go down to Dallas at some point, aren't you?
Yep.
I want to go down there too. I wouldn't mind going.
How is that? Different shows. I haven't been there, so I was like, yeah, after that'd be a good one to go to.
Yeah. How is that show, Tom?
you know the location wise, I don't think people like it as well as they did Arlington. Arlington was a nice part of town, right there by the baseball stadiums and all that good stuff. It was actually one of our better shows that we've had up there when we went in the spring. So I expect it to get better. You know, this will be round 2. But it just depends on who you talk to. Some people did well, some people didn't do great. You know, and I feel for the guys that are coming from Florida or California or somewhere like that. They're putting in a lot of time and money, and the show wasn't great. So for some of them, but you know, fortunately, we're within driving distance. But
right, yeah, I floated the idea of going and vending that one because you know I could more likely since they moved it. I know some people backed out of it, and they were offering tables and stuff like that, but I'm in Ohio, and the stuff that I have right now just wouldn't. I don't know how well. I don't think I do very well down there yet. Does a lot of the higher end stuff sell down there?
that's what we've been dealing with. We have gone to the Show Me Reptile shows.
Yep.
You go to the one in Odessa out west, and it's kind of a pet level show. I've since quit going to there because I don't have a lot of inventory that would sell there. So, but yeah, I would say Dallas, and they get a lot of people in the door. But you know, you always like to sell to other breeders if you can. So
yeah, for sure. That's the goal and stuff. If you guys have any questions as well for Tom, please feel free to hit them up in the chats. Will, do you have anything real quick before we continue on?
No.
Yeah, damn Ohio.
Damn Ohio. Ohio sucks.
if you guys have not followed Chandler on CTH Reptiles, here's another one I am.
I'm gonna have to follow him.
Yeah.
What's that?
BPI.
Axanthic.
Okay.
Clown. Okay. Heck yeah. There you go. Do you do tri-stripe?
I do not, but I've been thinking about it for sure. I do like the tri-stripe DG stuff.
Yeah, I think Tri-Stipe's going to become very hot here soon. I want to get into it. I do. I just don't have the money to do it so far. Oh, sorry. Technical difficulties. I thought I was freaking on all four of us. Huh. But never fails. Yeah, I wanted to get into Tri-Stripe and stuff too. And it's just so hard right now with the money and stuff and the economy and stuff. Everything's so expensive. I'm sure everyone's feeling this pinch right now, and I'm hoping it gets better. I am. I'm not going nowhere. We built the channel up and stuff like that. And to all you guys, we're gonna do a breeders roundtable. I think at some point here soon, because this is our 5th episode for the Morphing Around podcast. So, I think we're gonna do we might do that one for the giveaway, actually, because we're almost to 1,000. So we might do that one for the giveaway. Honestly, get Brian on here because Brian does a lot behind the scenes for me. He makes a lot of my reels. So is Carr, so is Will. So like we're kind of all in it together. What's your most anticipated project of the year, man?
I've got in the incubator right now. I've got a clutch that I'm going to cut here in about a week. It's a chocolate DG Clown to an Orange Dream Inchy Yellow Belly Het Desert Ghost. So trying to get a few more into the chocolate DG Clown projects. But I've got a lesser DG Clown girl that I've got with a black pastel chocolate hypo double het male. So I'm hoping to get a clutch out of her, and just if I have to pick a DG Clown morph, chocolate's my
yes.
So I'm hoping to get to the point where we do some super combos in the near future. I know if you guys have seen JP up in Canada, he is hammering on that stuff, and it is
Yeah.
nice. So he's going on.
I saw some of those chocolate DG Clowns. Those were beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, chocolate works so well in it. Freaking, Carr, you gonna try to work with the Wookiee into it? Or
Well, of course.
did you get that? Oh, you would technically need a female DG Clown because your boy's a boy. I mean, that was the stupidest comment
My
I've
boy
ever
is
made.
a boy.
Nah, that's probably the stupidest comment I've ever made. Wow. Yeah, your boy. That will be clipped, I'm sure.
Yes.
We'll see that one on a commercial at some point.
That is true. Those are facts. Yeah. No, I was going to get a DG Clown. I want to get some DG Clown stuff over here for sure.
Yeah,
I got the chocolate clowns. I got chocolate hat clowns. So yeah, definitely. And the Wookiees, of course.
We'll set a lot of the high end stuff sells before the show even starts down there.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure it does. It's probably a lot like Tinley. It's probably like those because what they do they do like a Friday Saturday type show, and then Saturday's probably general public, Friday's VIP, I would assume.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, but Friday is when a lot of the breeders get there to set up, and a lot of and so
a lot of that high end stuff that the breeders want is gone.
Right.
That's the stuff. I was telling since you've been in this longer than I have, Tom. I was telling people and stuff. By the time that it hits Morph Market, all the breeders already have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was telling Brian that today. Like by the time that these high end jeans do hit, and they're still really pricey on the Morph Market, but you've already had it go around, all the major, decent part of breeders, for a year or two by now. And I just, it took me a little bit to realize that because like when I bought the Zebra and stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, I got, Zebra. I was one of I got it on Morph Market. Then I'm like, oh, like it's already been around for so long. Like people are already, I'm like, oh, well, whatever, who cares? But I'm still, I got the triple hets in the incubator. I got 20 days. Let's go. We were cutting that clutch. So that'll be fun. You have any jeans that you don't have that you want to work with, Tom?
Oh yeah, I need Stranger, probably Wookiee to play with. I've thrown around Monsoon, thinking about just some of the recessive. But again, my problem is I'm small. I've got so much space.
Yeah.
My DG Clown project, and you guys know if you start messing around with a lot of recessives, you better have the space because
Exactly.
Not a whole bag. That's what we were. That's what we were saying.
You make your hats and then raise those.
You got your
Any recessives, you better have a lot of room.
and it's a numbers game. If you're going to be playing double recessives, you you got to have the numbers to play the game.
Yeah.
Sometimes people hit it with one clutch, but you guys know
Yeah.
takes
Yeah.
numbers.
Yep. You have to have the numbers game. So what he's saying is that you have to build your base for you in order to get those visuals and hit those. If you don't have your base, I mean, yeah, you can get lucky and maybe hit it first try, maybe second or whatever, but the better you can increase your odds with the numbers game and your hit army and all that, the better you have to hit those odds, and you're getting more eggs. But it also means it's more stuff to try to get rid of. It's more stuff to hold back, and that's where you're getting. You need room. You definitely need room.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I haven't gone over my 10 or 12, 15 clutches, because I mean, honestly, these guys that are producing 100, I just don't.
No, I can't do it. Yeah, I did 9 last year, and I'm like, holy hell! I'm like, how the heck are these breeders doing 100 something clutches or 80 something or 60 with all the babies? I'm like, at six eggs, on average per clutch. I mean, that's 600 babies. Like, holy shit!
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot, dude.
I mean, you're keeping some back still, but even then, you probably still at least got 500. You're probably selling,
Yeah, from my point of view, this is supposed to be fun, and there comes a point in time where the numbers can make it not fun.
Yeah.
I know probably all been there where you grew faster than you thought you were going to. You produce more clutches, and then you're thinking, I got to feed all this.
Yeah.
And I like being able to go out to my rat shed and I can feed my whole collection any day I want to, any day of the week, multiple times a week, and not worry about not having the rodents. But if you've ever been there where there's a shortage, it is stressful.
It is.
Yes, it is.
It is.
That's
Carr. That's Carr right here.
I was there last year.
He was there last year. Will's working on the rat shed for us. So, like, me and Will live really close to each other, like probably like 20 minutes away. Will's working on the rat shed. I breed my own too. And then so does Will, but we're trying to expand it so we always have them. It's just going to be easier. Because like you said, like when I had the 48 or 50 babies I did last year and stuff, I mean, it was stressful. Like my whole, like this whole it was full. Like,
it's two overflow little.
Yeah. Plus I had 2 of his overflow racks or whatever, because I ran out of room, and it was like, yeah, now he's out of room this year. And luckily those overflow racks are going to come in handy again. So those are saving us right now. What would be your biggest advice for newer people coming in, Tom?
I would make sure you have, first of all, the wooden rack deal you guys saw in the video, they worked for years. I hatched my first DG clown in a igloo cooler. So it can, it can work, but I would suggest, if you're going to breed, getting your infrastructure taken care of, and then start adding your collection. Buy the best animals you can afford if you're going to be breeding. Everybody does the same thing though. They get excited, buy a bunch of animals, and then later on, after you've been in it a little bit, you kind of refine what you're working on. That's what happened to me anyways. So
I've done it.
Probably
same.
Make sure you got feed, because you can't go down to a pet shop and pay $6 a rack, for 50 female ball pythons once a week, and whenever you guys know how it is when you're pairing them, you want to feed them all they'll eat, and it gets expensive in a hurry. So the best money I've ever spent, the second best money, the best money I ever spent was that DG Posset Clown Girl. The second best money was a rat shed, and I spent a lot of money making sure it was big enough, equipped, air conditioned, insulated, the whole nine, and it's just been great. I mean, it's just awesome.
It is.
How big is the rat shed?
12 by 20.
Oh, wow.
Bigger than mine.
Damn.
12 by 16.
Nice.
Yeah,
I do it.
moved it in, and then had spray and insulation and put a window unit in it and all that good stuff.
Oh, nice.
It was
works good.
Yeah, it was legit then. Heck yeah, that's what we're working on and stuff. I think it's gonna be a game changer. I got a quick question real quick. Have you noticed a okay, so the way the market is and stuff, have you noticed a decline in your sales or what people are after now, the way that the ball python market is going?
Sales are down like everybody, you know. I mean, my sales have always been kind of they come in waves, I guess, for whatever reason. I think a lot of it depends on time of the year, what's going on. In these times, people have a lot more to pay for than just snakes. You know, it's not like it was in COVID when everybody had a lot of extra money. That was living good if you were a snake breeder there for a year or so.
Oh, I bet I missed out on that. We were just getting in.
Yeah,
At the end of it, yeah.
that's one of the reasons I'm pretty particular as far as my pairings go.
What's up, Boza?
You know, whether people want to talk about the money side of it or not, the bottom line is if you're going to do it as a small business, there's got to be cash flow, which means selling animals, which means you have to plan your pairings. You know, I'm in the situation where I've got to go fewer animals, maybe on the higher end side, because I don't have the room to produce a bunch of, you know, 50 or 100, $200 or $300 animals. I can't do that. You know, I don't have the right, can't feed them, things like that. So that's kind of pushed me more and more to kind of the high end side of things. So, another piece of advice I'd give people is to network and get to know everybody in the industry. I know we've all heard the stories about back in the day when people wouldn't help each other. I've been fortunate and never experienced that. I've never asked anybody a question when they didn't help me.
Right.
And that's a great thing. It's the power of social media, and things like that. So it's a good industry to be in for sure.
It is.
There's a lot of good people in this industry.
It is. That's why I when I created the YouTube 4 years ago, I made a promise to myself to keep it as open as possible. And then me and Carr eventually, we were the ones that added the podcast to it. And then, we did learning videos. We did everything that you could. I got people into breeding. I've helped them breeding, any type. I've been there, I've done it. I know what it feels like, and it sucks. Like when you don't have that special someone but I did it all by myself. Like I learned by myself. I taught myself. I helped Will redefine his collection. Carr was getting into it at the same time I was and he was on the right path and stuff, and he kind of knew what he was doing. But I mean, like when you're sitting there with a new breeder, and I tell people that at expos, like, hey, like, if you want to start, if people are like, hey, like I'm thinking about breeding, I'm like, it's fun. I might just, Will will sit there too in the expos and tell him like, hey, like this is the hard work that you need to do behind the scenes. Like you see this, but you don't see what's behind us. That we do every day in and day out. Like it's not easy. You know what I mean? Not at all. But it's very rewarding. And the best advice that I've heard from a breeder was I asked if you could do one thing over again. They're like, what would it be? They go, I would not go full time with it because it took the fun out of it. They said like once you rely on the money and the income, it makes it hard because it takes the fun out of it. I'm like, I can see where you're coming from.
Because then you have to hit them numbers every year just to survive, and you got to be selling consistently.
Yeah, so that'd
be rough.
That's something to consider, guys. So I mean, that's what makes it hard, and it's the harsh reality of it. I don't necessarily like. I can go to an expo for a couple months, or do I like to lose money? No, but more often or not, me and Will lose money. That's the reality of it. I mean, or we might break even or stuff because people aren't buying right now. But I enjoy going to them.
It does get your name out to a bunch of people that at that show they may see you not buy anything, but the next show you go to that's in the area, they see you and be like, "Oh, I've seen him before. I've seen his snakes. Oh, he's got these now." It's like you said, you just got to network people.
Yeah,
got to network, man. Have to. All right, we're going to commercial break real quick. Brian is doing something really spectacular. Brian's behind the scenes. He's on 15 minutes of lame, so he can't be on the podcast yet. And he does work second shift on Fridays. So we're going to get him some point on a Saturday. So we'll see that. But Brian made the intro video and he made this one for himself or whatever. And I support him. So here we go. Cause he's doing a donation to USARK. So here we go.
became illegal, he allowed wildlife officials to come and euthanize almost 36 snakes. But in the confusion, they also killed a beloved pet, a boa constrictor, which also happened to be pregnant. We warn you, the video is upsetting.
These officers have the gruesome task of euthanizing 34 pythons. That's the sound of a bolt gun fired into the head.
Instead of just euthanizing these animals, there are people that really want them. There's zoos, there's places.
And it is a good bill, but not all good bills have great CX.
Hello everybody, I'm Phil Gosch, President of the United States Association of Reptile Keepers, better known as USARK.
Brian, it's time for you to switch up your music.
Please change that song.
But Brian is sitting there. He's donating all ball pythons sales, a portion of them to USARK.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Brian. So good job, Brian. Congrats to you, man. We'll get you on the podcast at some point. I know you can't be on it right now because of 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks. That's just how they do it over there. Car, you got any questions for Tom, man?
So what do you think next year? What's going to be the big one you're anticipating?
Hopefully super chocolate DG clown stuff.
Okay.
Cypress DG clown stuff. You're seeing new DG clown combos. If you look on
more into the DG,
a lot of what's on Morph Market is there hadn't really been a whole lot of genes put into it.
There's not.
It really hasn't. No, because I was trying to find a male DG clown and it was very slim pickings.
I'd say almost impossible.
Yeah, it's like there might be like a yellow belly DG clown or something like that, or maybe a red striped DG clown, but that's about it. You know,
that is about. Yeah, I mean, there's not much out there with codoms and incompletes.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
this is a proven DG clown male I'm not using right now, but that's the kind of the line of DG clown I'm looking at, or the DG.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
As good as it gets as far as DG goes.
Yeah.
And I kept that guy as a holdback. And, you know, I thought, well, I'll be using him for years. And then, you know, I've gotten lucky with some of the stuff I've hit. And so, you know, in a way, the DG Clown project has moved pretty quickly.
Right.
Just not a whole lot of genes in it yet.
No, there really isn't.
There's not. I think it's coming. I think everything that you're seeing now is just the DG clowns, like where market wise, like, yes, that's nice if you don't have the DG clown, if you want to add your own, you know, incompletes into it and stuff. But now your money towards the DG clowns, you're more expensive and stuff, is with the incompletes and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, don't be scared for how down that they went. It's just we just all got spoiled with the COVID prices. I mean, let's be real with it. I mean, this is now you're seeing the reality of ball python prices. And this isn't just everything. When we go to expos and stuff, I'm hearing leopard gecko breeders, any kind of gecko breeders, you know, they're saying the same stuff. You know, they're like, oh, prices are down. So like, no, this is the reality of it, you know, and that's what they're saying too. Like, you know, this is where we're at now, you know. It's still
keeping across the board.
Yeah, it's reptile keeping across the board on this. Oh my god,
It's got me with that one. Look at it. It's not just reptiles; it's the entire economy, though.
Yeah,
it is.
Everything's costing more for less.
Yep.
And he's also having a ball. You know, it's only worth what someone is willing to pay for it, and he's not wrong. You know, what are you going to do if you want to get rid of something? You're going to drop the price. You're going to drop the price. Yeah. Drop the price until someone's willing to pay that price that you're asking for it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you know, there is some wiggle room in prices and stuff, but that's more of expo stuff. I don't know. Like, I think, how many times did you guys try to, you know, slice deals over at Tinley and stuff? I did. I tried it. Some of them wouldn't come off of it. Like, okay, fair enough. Some of them, you know, I was going to sit there and know if they were going to do it, I was going to pay cash right then for it. You know, it didn't matter. You know, if you want it, you want it. You know, it's just where you willing to pay for it. Simple.
I mean, I got an Ultramel, a visual Ultramel for $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even ask
it wasn't listed.
He was trying to get rid of it that bad. He goes, I got 175 on it. You can have it for 100. I'm like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
It was from Brock Wagner. So I mean, like,
right.
It's a single gene male ultra male, but I didn't have any ultra male het or visual otherwise.
But a lot of it,
I do.
a lot of it too is like what's available on the market. Like, so if he goes, if Tom goes produces his Cypress DG clowns and all that, like how much is available on the market? Like hardly any. So if you want it, here it is. This is what you're gonna pay for it. I'm not coming down off of it. It's the same thing. Like it's the same thing. Like with the split clutch with car and stuff. Like with the chocolate Mojave DG hypo to the GHI Gorilla. Like I'm not coming off those prices. Like if we do let one go, it's gonna be double het Gorilla. It's gonna be expensive as hell. You best believe it. You know what I mean? Because like you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it from nowhere else. Like good luck. If you can find it, a lot of that's going to go around the group first. Like, hey, like, do you want this? Do you want this? It's gonna be gone before it even hits Morph Market. That's why you have to network. If you want to get anywhere, this is what Tom was saying. If you want to get anywhere in the ball python industry, you need to network because a lot of the higher end stuff goes around with friends, with groups. I offer my group of people first dibs on my animals. I asked them, hey, does anyone want the blackhead, double head hypo clown girl that's almost getting ready to breed? Anyone need her?
I have 2 of them.
Yeah, he already has 2 of them. He already got the 2 off of me. He didn't need them. So like I offered it,
He still offered it to me though.
Yeah, I still offer it, but that's just how it. Then it hit Morph Market when they didn't want it, and that's the reality of it. What do you say, Tom?
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I do got a question. You were talking about genes. Are you planning sunset at all?
I do have one sunset male, an Orange Dream sunset. He's not breeder size yet, so we're just feeding him up. I found that these males, the less you pay attention to them, the faster they get to breeding size.
Yep.
The more you want them to go, the slower it goes, So, but yeah, I'm gonna have to make some decisions with, and I'm not real sure what direction I'm gonna go with that yet.
Yep.
I got a pair of double het sunset pieds that I'm going to. Hopefully next year I'll get some sunset that are het pied. Hopefully I get a couple sunset pieds. That would be great. But
that would be great. I hope you hit like 2 of them.
That would be great.
Real quick, having a ball pythons, double blackhead, double head hypo clown girl. Yes, here's a picture of her. Yes. Boom. She's sitting at 879 grams right now. She is on my Morph Market. She's only available probably till the end of the month or beginning of September. That's it.
I was gonna say I can go get one out of the snake room if you want to see it in person.
How big is yours though?
About that size, probably.
About that size already.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I can go weigh it real quick. Hold on.
So that's a very limited time offer because of what I have. Because I have other stuff coming. So I paired I got pos het clowns coming, but it was a blackhead pin. Was a blackhead pin hypo to a Cypress red stripe leopard het clown. So I got some of that. I'm gonna do some shed testing with that, and I also have the acid clown locked up to that boy as well. So I'll try to get some acid into that stuff. Do you have any? Have you seen acid with Cypress or anything like that, Tom?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I wanted to see what it does.
Right.
I definitely want. I wanted to see what it would do. Wow, just abuse the shit out of that snake. Whoa,
man.
You're abusing it.
That's one of the sisters.
Yep. 700 is what she's at. 720.
Yours is 700. Mine's way bigger than that.
That's well, I only feed every other week. So.
Oh, true. I feed weekly. Do you feed weekly or bi-weekly, Tom?
Weekly. Yeah.
Yep. Yes, sir. Me too. And then if they don't eat, throw them back in the rat rack. That's what I do. Exactly. They eat. They want to eat. They eat. Yes, sir. Nice animal. But yeah, I had people offer me, hey, do you want to do trays? No, I need the money for the cocoa. I got to re-up. That's the only reason why I'm letting her go. It's what I'm missing. It's what I'm missing for my shipment, pretty much. It's a fair price what I'm asking for her for where she's at. So, let's see here. Anything else, Car, real quick?
No, I ain't got nothing, man.
He's tired. Car's hurting today. Car's hurting today.
It's been a long day. I almost didn't come.
I convinced him like, dude, get your ass on here. I got shit. I got a lot of stuff I got to do too. Like, get on here for a little bit. What projects are you in, Tom? Do you have any secret hidden gems in your rack?
No, not really. Other than I've been fortunate and got the hypo and genetic stripe stuff into the DG clan.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Mail from Canova, black pastel red stripe clown het desert ghost. It was 50% het stripe, 50% het hypo, and he proved het for both. So he's a
wow.
And so I've got one clutch on the ground from him right now. It'll be in Dallas, but I ended up hatching 3 DG clown combos, and they all proved het for hypo and stripe. So hopefully I hadn't used up my luck there for the next 5 years.
Right.
That's like, yeah, I feel you on that.
I feel you on that.
I did just actually, I'm a little bit kind of into the DG console. I just made my double head. So I had a spot nose pin double head. I hit a spot nose pin fire / vanilla double head. And I hit the spot nose fire double head. I hit a 1.2 on it. Obviously, I'm not going to keep them all.
Oh, that's bright.
Girl,
that is bright.
This is a desert ghost girl here.
Dang. That's a great quality.
Yeah.
She is triple het hypo stripe clown.
Wow.
That's she'll be in Dallas, so doing well.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That is beautiful, dude.
It's a nice line of DG.
I tell you what, sometimes it's the simple ones that look the best to me, and I just love those single DGs that are clean like that.
I do too. I'm all about the cleanliness of the DGs. Like it's a lot of it is, what you're breeding is going to transfer into your offspring. We said that time and time again. And that's why, even I have Enchi hypos that are just so simple, but they're so nice looking. Such a great quality hypo. I love it. So I said, be very picky on what you're buying, guys.
All desert are not created equally by any stretch.
Neither are puzzles. You see some shitty puzzles on Morph Market. I'm like that. Me and Car's not even a big puzzle fan, but like Carl's on my, I'll show some of the cards like that don't even look puzzle. I'm like, no, dude, that's terrible puzzle. That looks more leopard than puzzle. Like there's some
but I can appreciate a good looking puzzle. So.
Yeah, for sure. I can
Y'all
too.
don't get your pennies and twists in the chats about not liking puzzles. Jesus Christ.
Puzzle's nice, man. Do you have any Krypton stuff? Any cryptic stuff? No. I'm surprised because working that into work the cryptic into the DG stuff would be pretty dope. So you're just he's the hypo DG or not the hype, but the DG clown man. So if you guys want,
that's what's up.
That's what's up. That is building a project the right way. What would you say that your what would you say your ratio is in your clown, your DG clown stuff, like percentage wise? If you had to take a guess in your collection, like how much of it is DG clown?
Oh gosh. As far as animals that are head or double visual, easy over 50%. I mean, that's in my breeder rack here. I have actually never sold a DG clown, which some people might call that foolish. But back when I first started making them, they were $15,000 a piece.
Yeah,
and I didn't sell any of them. So I've got girls in here now that have given me clutches, and like I said, I'm my best customer, and I figure if somebody's going to be using it to breed with, it might as well be me, So
100%, man. Like that's if he was producing those, the $15,000 paycheck would be nice, but I'm sure that he advanced his collection that much more because he kept those babies. They always say sellers regret. There might be a time or whatever. If someone picks up that blackhead double head girl, like, oh man, I wish I had her. I grew her up that much and stuff. Like it's still a nice girl. You know what I mean? But I don't necessarily need her. But it's one that I could let go. I got some other stuff that's hidden. Not everything's posted. But
And if I hit a certain number of something, I'll let some of them go.
yeah, you have to.
But when you're playing with the double visuals, you don't ever get lucky and hit 6 at a time or something. So I hatched 2 girls and a boy, the DG clowns that are double het, and probably going to keep them all.
Oh yeah,
I'm going to take the girls to Dallas, and I suppose if somebody was to get crazy on me with one of them, I might, in a moment of weakness. I don't know, but I don't know.
Yeah, I had one. I took the red stripe. I took the red stripe pin, blackhead, double head hypo clown girl to one of the shows. It was just like one of those pet shows and stuff. Someone goes, "If you were to sell that, how much would you sell it for?" I'm like, something that you probably couldn't even afford. Like, I'm not even gonna put a price on that because I don't even want to sell her. Like, that's one that I'd probably wouldn't even sell, even consider selling.
Oh,
ooh, that's nice, man. Woo!
Black pastel desert ghost clown, and she's double head hypo stripe.
Wow.
Black pastel,
I love the black
DG.
pastel clowns.
Dude, that's dope.
Really, really, really like black pastel in this, in desert ghost clown. So
yeah,
yes, I like the black. I like the black pastel. I love the black pastel and DG.
Clown go together really good.
Yes, it does.
Start adding other genes into it. Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Car, have you ever heard of the guy that got those pies off of you? That one from the 500 subscriber giveaway?
No, they just showed up, got 2 free snakes, and say
it's dipped out. If I unsubscribed and dipped out. Never hear from him again. Who knows? That's funny.
Yeah, don't know.
Don't know. And it's just one of those things, Yeah, I have that black pastel hypo clown boy, and it just black pastel and hypos and DG. That's just next level. It's expensive because it looks so good. So like the more, I don't know, me and Carr found out that like regular pastel and clown, it reduces the price.
It does.
Does it not?
Definitely.
But I don't know. Have you seen it in DG clowns? Like, does it? Because like pastel was good in DG. Have you seen it? Does it reduce the price any at all in them?
Probably does. I would.
Does
think.
it?
Pastel and DG is nice. I mean, it's real nice.
It is. That's the same thing with
a clown. It is cheaper. I've seen them on Morph Market.
Yeah.
Like a regular DG clown is more than a pastel DG clown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Pastel doesn't really add anything.
No, you get your really brightness on
start
it.
Like yellow belly, red stripe, black pastel, stuff like that. Yeah, that's going to up the value for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
The thing that scares me with the market, with everyone breeding and stuff, I just don't want to see double visuals and stuff like that get to the point like where they're going for $400 or $500. I mean, you're seeing it now with clown pies. It's scary. So you guys gotta be careful. Like,
as you get up to triple head or triple visuals and quad visuals, that lower stuff's going to become the pastel.
Exactly.
Stuff.
It's going to become the DG clowns or the hypo clowns. Those are going to end up being $400 snakes at some point. I hope not. Now I hope the market recovers. Every time I hate to be that guy, but I mean, like every time I kind of see someone freaking getting out of the market, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, all right, you didn't stay in it. It's less breeding. It's less, necessarily competition. But I mean, it's less times that, the market's going to get jacked up or whatever. I don't think that the auctions helped by any means. It's a good wholesale thing, but it's not something you want to be known for. Where'd that comment go? No, never mind. So it's just one of those things. Like, just be careful what you're breeding. Be careful what you gotta think. Like, when you post something on Morph Market, think about it, guys. You are dictating the market. Okay. If I sit there and I post something, and Carr posts something, I post something first. Carr has the same thing, which he doesn't. But let's say he does. He's gonna post it for $200 less. Now we're setting the standard for the market. So remember that, guys. Like, when you guys are posting on Morph Market, don't lowball each other, even though just because you want to make a sale. You are lowballing the market for these animals. Okay. And that's the sad truth about it. People just don't realize that.
It's not doing you any good anyways. All you're going to do is make that quick buck. And then next time you have them to sell, you're not going to be able to make anything of them because they're going to be rendered at that price that you sold them for.
Yeah. And that's the same, that's the same thing like with sales and stuff. I'm sure, Tom, do you ever do like sales and stuff? Do you ever? No, I don't either. Why? Because if you're always constantly doing sales and stuff, people are going to wait for you to do a sale. Like, oh, he's going to eventually do a sale to get red stuff. Like, why would I pay full price for it? You're screwing yourself.
Yeah, shed testing is definitely, and I love shed testing.
Oh yeah, I do too. 100%.
Definitely accelerated things because, back when you had to breed process to see if they're actually hets, some of this stuff, like these 3 DG clowns that proved double het, that's such a remote possibility. I'd have been a whole lot more likely to sell one because I would think there's no way, that the odds are just so far-fetched that would happen. But shed testing just accelerated everything,
Yeah.
Oh, it did.
Definitely.
Male that was 50% het stripe and 50% het hypo, the odds of it proven, no, I would have never even known that, I'm sure, without shed testing. So
I did see real quick before, you know what? We're gonna take a little break. Morph ID Wednesdays, guys. Don't forget, reset it. So if you guys get 5 correct answers on the contest snake, doing the contest snake once a week, you guys get it. Morph ID Wednesdays, you get $350 Morph Market credit from me, $100 credit from Will, $100 credit from Carr. You got 15 seconds to guess it correctly, though. So we're gonna roll. What's up, Tyler? How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. I'll be down in Pittsburgh. I think that's your area, dude. Gettysburg. I can freaking meet you. Oh no, I met you already internally. I can still see you.
I was going to say, well, Gettysburg and Pittsburgh are on opposite sides of the state.
Yeah, be quiet, Will.
Yeah,
I love
small
you.
state.
It is. All right, we right back.
So, but yeah, you get that. Yes, that's a great example of a pastel Stockholm product. Since we've been doing this, I've noticed a lot of people have been getting better actually with their guests and stuff. Yeah, you can also see the pastel like with that flushing in the head stamp too. Yeah. Okay, so that definitely gives away. You gotta get it right 3 times that one snake. So this is the rough draft of it. Okay, it's only gonna be 1-on-1 shirt. Okay, there's no something like that at the front. Okay, probably have offers. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, share it. We appreciate every single one of you guys.
And that is literally becoming the hottest segment that we are doing on the channel. Everybody loves it. We engage people. We help them out. It's a fun time. If you guys haven't checked that out, please check it out. All right. So anyhow, back to this. Is that your hardest thing to do? How is that for you, Tom, with your IDing and stuff, by the way? Let's talk about that for a second. Because
forever, you do a pairing and you think this is straightforward. It's never straightforward.
Never.
It's not.
I'm looking at it and I'm like, golly, what the heck? Thank goodness for shed testing though. So
yeah. Shed testing does help. And I've been in those ball python groups on Facebook and stuff, and this is the reason why we've decided to do this, is because a lot of people sit there and can't even ID basic morphs. And if you can't ID a basic combo, how are you going to ID it when you have multiple in it? So we started off with the base couple episodes, like the first couple episodes. We built onto it. We always had themes, and then we upped it the last show because we almost had a winner, and Will did end up winning that round. So now we're getting harder. So I mean, that's what makes it fun. And we teach, we do the best we can. If something doesn't seem right or whatever, we did one to say, oh, everyone was like, I just don't see Enchi in that. It looks mislabeled. I wonder how many there's probably tons of mislabeled, stuff on Morph Market.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Back to networking too, as far as knowing you need people that you can send pictures to.
Yeah.
That shoot you straight with what they see. you know, if I'm mis-IDing something, I want somebody to tell me before
Yeah.
I take it to a show and you know, and I certainly don't want to somebody that's not
No.
what I'm saying it is, you know. So
Right.
Yeah, this is 100% facts. I would rather have labeled as a POS and have it be a little bit cheaper. You get a bonus gene to me saying that something else that it doesn't prove or it doesn't shed test. And I'm like, now I look like a bad person. I'm like, I'm not trying to do anything intentionally. Like, I'm in an error. I'm human. You know, we do the best that we can do because of, you know, how complicated what we do is. You know, that's probably one of the hardest things about breeding is trying to ID stuff. And I see a lot of miss stuff out there. You know, I've done it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I had that clown I thought was a leprechaun at first. I was like, oh wait, that isn't it. That's just a regular clown. It was just a nice expression, and you know, I got my hopes up. I was excited. You know, I was just like, I messed up. I look like a jackass.
Well, you got the polymorphism. You could have two of the exact same snakes, and they could look totally different. You know.
Yeah, the polymorphism in them, you know, stuff like that. You know, it makes it hard. You know, and with polymorphism and stuff, like Will is notorious for it. Like that looks like it has something else in it. No, Will, that's polymorphism. I don't know. Will, it's polymorphism, bro. There, you know, and then he starts to see. He's like, oh yeah, I see it now. I gotcha. But I mean, Will's colorblind though too, so it makes it.
Feel bad about IDing snakes and eggs. You know, it's always.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to tell when they're in the egg for sure.
Yeah, it is. Like I tell people, you know, they send me pictures and, you know, stuff like that. I'm like, has it had its first shed yet? No. We'll get a hold of me when it has its first shed. And then we'll be able to really tell. That's
better doing it in the egg than out of the egg.
I mean,
my idea baby snakes is if you kind of get a gut feeling of what you're dealing with, you know, and if you look, well, it might be, but it might not be. That usually doesn't work out for me. You know, if I'm leaning as bad as I want it to be, I've got a Batman right now that's at Desert Ghost, and I want that guy to be chocolate so bad, and he doesn't look like the other Batman I have. But that's the question, so I'm just going to shed test him, you know, and that's it. You know, just shed test him and see.
I think a lot of it too is people have so much in their collection gene wise, and they're not specializing in certain genes with your combos and stuff. And I think that helps a lot because, like, I think my collection is really heavy hypo, real heavy. Like, no matter what it is, it has some kind of hypo in it or attached to it almost. And like, you know, I'll sit there and people are like, "Oh, is this hypo?" Yeah, it's hypo. I could tell, like in the picture. Now, some, yeah, like you said, like. Some are really shit quality, you know, hypos, or it's a really crap picture, and it's hard to tell with pictures too, because like, you know, what definitely because like, you know, for example, like Yates hits me up on some of his and stuff like that because we work a lot of hypo stuff. He's like, "Hey, is this hypo?" And there's times like, dude, I don't know because of the picture. Like, it's not even a bad picture. It's just the camera just can't capture it. He's like, "This is definitely hypo in person." If you like, I take your word for it because the picture's different. You know what I mean? But I'm like, all right, so like, okay, code incompletes and stuff like that. What we have here, you know, so it makes it challenging, especially when we're trying to send pictures to people.
Yeah.
So, how many hours a week do you spend on your collection, Tom?
Way more hours on rats than I do on snakes. I'll tell you that. A lot. I try to keep up on it as far as the cleaning and stuff goes, where I can do it as needed and not. I mean, I'm sure we've all been there where life happens and you get behind and then you walk into the room. You're like, dang, I need to do a full clean on, you know, 60 adult snakes here. I try not to let that happen, but I spend a lot of time, you know, every day out in the rat shed. That's one thing especially here in Texas, it's 105 every day.
Oh yeah.
You better be out there because it's always something going wrong in the rat shed. In fact,
you miss that in 105 degree heat, and you're gonna smell it before you get to it.
Well, I went out there yesterday, and I've got a utility cart in the middle of my room there, and it's a normal size utility cart, whatever they are, 3 foot tall or whatever. And I take one of my dogs in there with me because I hate trying to catch rats, so she likes catching rats, and so that's what she does. Well, I turn the light on, and there's a dang rat on the utility cart looking at me, and I'm like, "Where'd you come from?" You know,
right?
thing right there. When you don't know where it came from, you're like, well, no water leaks, so.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the first
That's
thing
a
I look
bonus.
for. That's the first thing I look for. Like, you got a loose rat. Like, all right, I better not have any chewed lines. I'll be mad. I've came home like before we redid my racks or whatever, before Will redid them and stuff. I'd come home from work and I just have the whole rack, like half of it, just the water lines are just gone. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Hey, I just came home from a 12-hour day. Now I gotta sit there and redo these lines because it's animals. I can't let them go without water. So now I gotta spend an extra hour and a half, clean this all up, freaking getting it all situated. It's a struggle. Now I have the same thing with my dog and stuff too. Like I was feeding my collection and stuff, and the whole tub fell over. I'm like, shit. It was like in the living room. I'm like, no. I'm like, Thor, come here. Thor, come here. Come here, you big fluffy, thing. Come get some rats real quick. And he missed some. I'm like, you got one job. Come on. If you hurry up and catch it, I'd rather have you catch it and kill it or whatever, and then go down a vent or something, and I get to smell a death rat in my house. Like, shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's my biggest fear. Or I'd rather have the dog do it before it eats up all my heating elements, my snake rats, and then I'm really screwed. It's
any day you go in the rat shed and there's not a problem is a good day.
Yeah, it's a good day. I get happy. Every time. Yeah, you're not wrong with that. So, all right, Tom. Well, you're on Instagram and stuff too, correct?
I am, yes. Instagram. Instagram's mainly.
So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel and the podcast. Tom, thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time as well. I have to cut this a little short because I myself have to go do a full clean out of rats. I've been slacking. I'm supposed to do. I got work today. All right, yeah, I went in early today. I worked, and then I went to the gym, and then I was like, I'm so tired. I took a nap. I woke up before the podcast. I'm like, I still gotta clean rats and go over the snakes and stuff. So I gotta go over the hatchlings. I gotta go over the breeders over here. I got a whole bunch of stuff to do. So luckily we don't have expos this weekend. Thank God. So I'm gonna do a little bit of updating on Morph Market. I'm gonna add the other 2 babies onto it that I have. And we'll go from there. So Tom, I appreciate your time. We'll bring it back at some point or whatever, maybe for the Breeders Roundtable if you're interested. We have more people and stuff. So if you're willing to donate maybe $100 towards your Morph Market or something, for the giveaway, awesome, dude. I appreciate it. So guys, stay tuned. We're out of here. Thank you for everyone that's watching. Appreciate everyone, you guys. Car.
Yes, sir.
Later. We'll see you guys in backstage.